Have you ever looked into the darkness of a sewer drain and wondered what monster might be lurking just below your feet, waiting for the right moment to strike and grab you? Had a man in New York taken a moment to wonder that very thing, he may be still alive today. In the sultry summer of 1986, whispers of a monstrous presence lurking beneath the bustling streets of New York City started circulating among the city's populace. Initially dismissed as urban legend, tales of sinister alligators inhabiting the sewers were quickly relegated to the shadowy realms of myth. Yet for 2 harrowing weeks, the city was held captive by a fear so palpable it stained the very air with dread. It began with a series of disappearances. City workers, primarily those assigned to construction and sewer maintenance, began vanishing without a trace. Tools were left abandoned, work sites eerily silent, the only evidence of distress being claw marks on the storm drain grates and trails of blood leading into the dark abyss below. Soon, chilling accounts from the survivors emerged, painting a nightmarish picture of massive alligators lurking in the sewers, their scales a grotesque green, eyes gleaming with malevolent intelligence. These creatures, it was said, were monstrously agile, capable of dragging a fully grown man into the murky depths in the blink of an eye, a truth that would become hauntingly real. One fateful afternoon, as the city buzzed during the 5 p.m. rush hour, a man stepped onto the curb and unwittingly positioned his leg over a sewer grate. Without warning, a pair of powerful jaws clamped down on his limb, the sudden savage grip eliciting screams of pain and terror. Bystanders rushed to his aid, their faces etched with horror as they attempted to rescue the imperiled man. Some clung desperately to his torso, straining against the monstrous force below, while others, their hands shaking, tried to pry open the colossal jaws that were slowly dragging him into the darkness beneath. The air was punctuated by the man's anguished cries and the guttural growls emanating from the unseen assailant in the sewer. Despite the frantic efforts of the crowd, the alligator's grip was unrelenting. The atmosphere grew increasingly desperate as the man's body, under the immense pressure, began to contort unnaturally, bones creaking and crunching as he was brutally forced between the rigid bars of the stone drain. The terror-stricken faces of the onlookers bore witness to the unfolding horror, the reality of the nightmare beneath their feet brutally laid bare. The incident left an indelible mark on the psyche of the city, the gruesome memory serving as a haunting reminder of the hidden dangers lurking in the shadows below. The city's streets, once teeming with life and energy, were now treaded with caution, every step over a grate a potential dance with death, every echoing growl from the depths a harbinger of unseen terror. As the city remained gripped in fear, swift action was taken, with specialized SWAT teams dispatched into the haunting darkness of the sewers, their mission clear: eradicate the monstrous alligators. Equipped with high-powered weaponry and protective gear, they delved into the labyrinthine tunnels, where the line between hunter and hunted blurred. The sound of gunfire and harrowing screams intermittently pierced the city from below, leaving those above to wonder of the horrors happening under their feet. Over the course of several intense days, the teams relentlessly pursued their quarry, gradually thinning the numbers of the creatures lurking in the shadows. The city above breathed a tentative sigh of relief as the reports of encounters dwindled, the streets slowly regaining a semblance of normalcy. However, the eradication was not absolute. Despite the best efforts of the teams, whispers circulated of elusive shadows and gleaming eyes still haunting the sewers. People reported chilling sightings of creatures with powerful jaws lurking in the storm drains, silently observing, patiently waiting. The city, though recovering, could not shake off the eerie feeling that some of the creatures had survived, hiding in the depths below, a sinister presence forever etched in its memory. We bet you'll look twice when stepping over a sewer drain now, but was that tale rooted in reality or merely a figment of someone's darkest dreams? Keep in mind, here at 2 Tricks, 1 Treat, we craft 2 tales of spectral fiction. While one story conceals a truth that's eerily unsettling, could it have been the tale of New York's alligators, or maybe our next story about a vampire living in a London catacomb, or possibly our final story on a dark cult thriving underneath Paris? Stay with us until the end to uncover the truth. If tales of the eerie and unexplained appeal to you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's continue. Story 2: The Highgate Vampire. Amidst the quiet rustle of overgrown leaves and the haunting silhouettes of Gothic architecture, Highgate Cemetery in North London unfolds a spectral tale that has lingered in the whispers of the wind since the 1970s. As twilight drapes the cemetery in shadows, a legend comes to life, and the boundary between the living and the supernatural grows ever so thin. The Highgate Vampire, a spectral entity shrouded in mystery and fear, is said to emerge from its subterranean lair as darkness descends, stalking the labyrinthine paths and ancient tombstones of the cemetery. Witnesses have recounted unsettling encounters with a tall, dark figure, its piercing gaze sending chills through the spine, leaving an air of unease lingering in its wake. As tales of nocturnal hauntings proliferated through whispered exchanges and sensational media stories, Highgate Cemetery transformed into a haunted ground, attracting the curious, the thrill-seekers, and those daring to face the unknown. The moonlit nights witnessed gatherings of adventurers, their footsteps echoing through the corridors of the dead, each shadow hinting at the presence of the elusive vampire. Beneath the cemetery, a hidden world of tunnels and catacombs whispered tales of the vampire's daylight refuge. It was within these ancient, dark passages that the vampire was believed to seek sanctuary, concealed from the purifying rays of the sun, waiting for the cloak of night to venture above ground and haunt the serene lanes of Highgate. The catacombs, a labyrinth of fear and mystery, became the center of chilling tales and eerie encounters. Stories of glowing red eyes in the darkness, sudden drops in temperature, and a draining presence painted a haunting scene. Here, the vampire moved silently through the shadows, its spectral form blending with the darkness, adding layers of fear to the unfolding legend. Those who encountered the vampire described feeling an unseen force tightening around their throats or a weight pressing upon their chests, as if the entity sought to extract their very life essence. Some recounted being confined to their beds for days, exhausted, as though their vitality had been siphoned away to the shadowy depths of the spectral assailant's being. Brave souls delving into the catacombs felt their senses heighten, their imaginations drawing images of the unseen on the canvas of silence. Every sound resonated with tales of the Highgate Vampire. Every corner held the potential for a face-to-face encounter with the entity that had become a haunting melody in the symphony of Highgate's lore. As the myriad of tales and expeditions delve deeper into the spectral realm of the vampire's domain, the legend continues to blossom, weaving an intricate tapestry of mystery and fear into the haunted history of Highgate. Every shadow encountered in the labyrinthine catacombs, every chilling whisper amidst the tombstones fuels the enduring enigma, leaving the line between reality and the supernatural tantalizingly blurred. Now, when the moon casts its silvery glow upon Highgate Cemetery and the night air carries tales of the unseen, the allure of the vampire's existence remains ever so potent. Visitors navigating the ancient paths and hidden recesses sense an unseen presence, a lingering chill, a spectral whisper, evoking the legend of the vampire that stalks the cemetery grounds by night and retreats to the shadows of the catacombs by day. Story 3: The Cult Under Paris. In the year 1858, the bustling streets of Paris were abuzz with a chilling tale that emerged from the city's shadows. A citizen, visibly shaken and eyes haunted, came forward with a harrowing account of abduction and near sacrifice within the labyrinthine catacombs beneath the city. The revelation sent shockwaves through Paris, providing a sinister explanation for the numerous unexplained disappearances that had plagued the city in recent months. The rumors were true. A dark cult was located inside the Paris catacombs. The city officials, upon hearing the unsettling narrative, remained disturbingly indifferent. The cries for investigation and justice echoed through the city's grand boulevards, only to be met with silence and inaction. The people's fear escalated, their trust in the authorities eroded, and whispers of the catacombs' dark secrets grew louder. The city's inaction gave birth to a sense of desperation and a resolve to uncover the truth that lay hidden in the shadows below. Amidst the whispers of fear and the city's growing unrest, a band of 6 men stepped forward, their names synonymous with bravery and strength. These were not mere citizens, they were warriors, veterans of battles, whose deeds of valor were recounted in awe in the city's bustling taverns and hushed alleyways. Each had faced the horrors of war, their courage tested in the face of adversity, earning them a revered place in the hearts of the Parisians. They grabbed their lanterns and descended into the catacombs one fateful night, vowing to unearth the sinister forces responsible for the abductions and to bring an end to the terror. The city above waited with bated breath, the silence of the night punctuated by the distant echoes of footsteps venturing into the unknown. The dawn broke, but the vigilante group never emerged from the catacombs. The city's anxiety heightened, the disappearance of the 6 men adding another layer to the already haunting tales of the underground labyrinth. Speculation and fear gripped Paris, the stories of dark rituals and unseen dangers growing more elaborate and terrifying. The catacombs, once a place of historical intrigue, became a symbol of unsolved mysteries and hidden evil. In the aftermath of the vigilante group's disappearance, the city officials, grappling with the growing unease and unanswered questions, imposed a strict ban on entering the catacombs. The labyrinthine tunnels beneath the city were declared off-limits, a forbidden zone shrouded in mystery and fear. Despite these measures, whispers of further disappearances continued to permeate the city, each tale adding another layer to the enigma of the catacombs. The city authorities, faced with a dilemma that defied explanation, chose a path of silence and denial. The gates to the underground world remained sealed, and the stories of the missing were left to linger in the shadows, unanswered and unexplored. Paris, with its vibrant life and luminous charm, continued to shine above, but beneath its cobblestone streets, the tales of the unseen and the unknown remained a haunting presence, a dark legacy echoing through the centuries. It wouldn't be until 1863, 5 years later, would the city allow people to go into the catacombs again. As we unravel the truth behind these tantalizing tales, it's time to expose which story has been masquerading as fiction while in reality it is grounded in truth. To the relief of many, Story 1 about the monstrous alligators lurking beneath the vibrant streets of New York City is an embellishment of urban legends and fears, with no factual basis supporting the gruesome accounts of alligator attacks in the city sewers. The city, fortunately, has never experienced such a harrowing ordeal, and the sewers remain free of such sinister reptilian inhabitants. Meanwhile, Story 3, featuring the gripping tale of a dark cult under the mesmerizing streets of Paris, is an intricate web of fiction, blending historical elements with the allure of mystery and the supernatural. While the Paris catacombs are shrouded in mystery and history, there are no credible accounts to validate the narrative of the cult or the brave band of 6 men who descended into the darkness, never to return. The catacombs continue to enthrall and mystify, but this tale remains a concoction of imagination and lore. This leads us to Story 2, The Highgate Vampire, which, to the astonishment of many, is the true story amongst our eerie tales. Highgate Cemetery in North London indeed harbors tales of a spectral entity known as the Highgate Vampire. In the 1970s, the cemetery became the epicenter of numerous reports and sightings of a dark, imposing figure with a piercing gaze, instigating a wave of intrigue, fear, and fascination. The legend of the vampire attracted adventurers, thrill-seekers, and vampire hunters, transforming Highgate Cemetery into a haunted ground and embedding the tale into the fabric of local folklore. The spectral encounters, the chilling atmosphere, and the lingering presence continue to fuel the legend, blurring the boundaries between the living and the supernatural.
Stick around, we got more content for you to watch, and if you don't, well, watch yourself next time you go over a sewer drain.